not a very Oklahoma thing to have. Oh, I think we're just now live. So everything that you just said was not.
See, this is all
We're so good at this.
Yep. This is all part of it. So I'll just say this again.
Say it again.
That this is the Welcome to the FITZGERALDS Song for Song series. This is the 12 Streams of Christmas. And if you already heard me say this, then disregard this. But I think we just went live. So my name is William Elliott Whitmore from Lee County, Iowa. And with us is my friend and yours, Samantha Crain from Norman, Oklahoma.
Yes, down here in Oklahoma.
You guys just got snow down there.
Yeah, it only lasted for like 2 days, but we don't get snow down here very often. We just get like awful ice storms. So it was a nice change of pace, honestly.
Down there, since you don't get much snow, do people drive like idiots when it snows like 1/8 of an inch?
Yeah, they either just like don't leave the house, which is good, or they just like drive like it's a normal day, like they don't understand that slippery roads is a thing. And we have like one snowplow for a city of like 100,000 people, so it's like it just never goes anywhere, but it is what it is. It's kind of funny.
The guy's name's Carl that drives it, and when it snows that 1/4 of an inch, you call Carl and he's coming.
Yeah, it's his favorite day of the year.
Now, up top, I said my friend Samantha Crain, which is true, but I also said, and yours. Now, that might not be true. You might have enemies watching this. It occurred to me, you might have straight up enemies watching this. So who knows?
I'm interested to know who my enemies are.
I mean, if you're an enemy of Samantha Crain, you're an enemy of me too. Yes! I'll tell you that.
I love that. I love that I have you as my like bodyguard.
That reminds me of I am going to play a song here in a minute, but I'm just enjoying talking to my friend Samantha. But that reminds me of the great songwriter Jason Molina, who I know you're familiar with. Rest his soul. I used to do a lot of shows with him, and we would leave each other notes in different towns and stuff. And one time he left me a note. I believe it was Madison, Wisconsin. He left me a note because he knew I was going to be at the venue coming up. And it was just a really nice, beautiful note. He was such a beautiful man, but he signed it, "Your enemy, Jason Molina." And I have it hanging up. Rest in peace. He was a great man. But your enemy, awesome. Jason Molina.
I love that. That's
anyway,
so good.
It made me think of that. Okay, well, I'm going to play a song, and then Samantha and I are just going to switch songs back and forth and shoot the breeze, and here's how it goes. Thanks for tuning in, y'all. The trees are growing, you planted on the hill when you were young. The fence is still holding, a post was set so long ago. The stories you told me echo inside my weary head. The lessons you taught to me got me through when things turned bad. The shotgun is loaded that hangs above the kitchen door. When you took sick, we all knew you wouldn't be around to protect us anymore. But the birds are still singing, our earthly cares don't worry them. The melody from the tree come down through the leaves and limbs. And we still have our songs, let us sing them all day long. The hour of need is here indeed. This is how we'll carry on. This is how we'll carry on.
Yay! I'm
Thank
gonna
you,
have to be
Samantha.
the clapping audience after every song, I've just realized.
Oh yeah, and I'll do the same for you.
Okay. Wonderful, wonderful. Well, this is nice. I had to print out lyrics and chord sheets for myself just in case, because I'm just so rusty because I just haven't been playing. And so hopefully I don't mess up too bad with stuff, but I'm just gonna play probably all new stuff off my new record because I haven't really got to play those out this year at all, and I need to keep them like fresh. So that's what I'm gonna do.
That sounds great. I love that record, and it's called A Small Death, and everyone should pick that up if they can. Times are tight, I know, but man, it's a good record, and so I'll sure be happy to hear some songs.
Thank you. We both had records come out this year.
Yeah, what a strange thing to not, because I'm going to try some new stuff too, and it's not road tested, you know, and
Yeah,
so
that's
it's a
the main.
strange thing, but
That's
we'll do it right here.
yes, road testing from our house. What's that silence inside me that expands into the dark? The traffic lights are changing for no one anymore. The karaoke laughter tumbling out the door. Might as well with contemplation of the pleasures I endure. Holding to the edge of night, holding to the edge of night, holding to the edge of night. My deepest true desires interrupted with the dawn. A bar tab, a parking ticket, pull me back down from beyond. I have searched for her in morning, but she's quiet and austere. And as the moon floats above her, she unfastens all the fear. And I keep holding to the edge of night, holding to the edge of night, holding to the edge of night. Smell of pine through the air vents. I know it's there during the day, but as the sun sets around me, it strips the other sense away. And I am a legend of this land here. I am a keeper of this life. So when I die, however that is, I'll just say evening was my prize. And I keep holding to the edge of night, holding to the edge of night, holding to the edge of night.
Oh, I love it.
Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, this makes me happy. It's been a crazy time, man.
Yeah, it feels good. I said that like I wanted to do this because I felt like it would be like I was actually playing a show, like you have like the other band, like it's a bill, it's like a 2-band
Right.
bill. So it feels like a little more normal than just like sitting up my computer and like seeing only myself, so feels a little
Yeah.
better.
Yeah, I agree. And thank you for agreeing to do this. It makes me think of, I mean, dozens of times you must have had them too, where literally you're literally playing for just the other band at whatever venue. I mean, I must have done that dozens of times. So I don't know
Yeah.
who all was watching, but I want to take a minute to thank anyone that is watching. Thank you for tuning in on a weeknight and everything. But what you said made me think of when you're literally just looking out at the other band that you're on tour with or whatever is the only audience member.
You have like one specific night that just like burns in your brain as just being like literally nobody there or like 2 or 3 people there. Like just like one specifically. I know it's probably been a while for you, like you actually have fans now, but
There was one in Omaha, Nebraska. I was on tour with a band called 10 Grand, who I used to tour with a lot. And we were on tour with another band called Saving Face from Madison, Wisconsin, I think they were. And they were like a pop punk band. So it was me doing what I do. This band, 10 Grand, they played kind of hardcore, hard rock music. And then this other pop punk band. And we played in Omaha, Nebraska for each other. And it was really fun. You know, sometimes those are the most fun shows. There, nothing. I mean, you know, you debate on whether or not to even do the show. You know, the sound man is like, I could go home right
Yeah.
now. And we said no. We want to do the show, and it was really fun. But yeah, and then there's dozens of others like that, but that one sticks out in my mind. And then I'm sure we just had a bunch of beers and hung out and had fun anyway.
That's
And I'm
awesome.
sure I probably slept on a floor under a kitchen table or something that night.
That's awesome. Yeah, there's like one in particular that really stands out to me. I was on tour. It was whenever I had the trio, me and Anne and Penny, like the three girl like trio.
Yeah.
And or actually it might have been before that, but I think Anne was with me at least. But we had gone through Salt Lake City, and we had booked it kind of late. Like, so none of our normal places that we would have played were available, like Kilby Court or Urban Lounge. And so we just sort of last minute, like, this venue said that they would book us, but I didn't really research it very well as to like what the venue was. And we got there, and it was like the size of like the Knitting Factory type. It was like, you know, a huge like 1,000-cap venue or something. And I just walked in and I was like, dude, we're gonna have like maybe 20 people here. I don't know if you even want to like do this. I'm sorry, like, my bad. And he was like, no, we can do it. It's no big deal. And we were on tour with a band called Bombadil at that time, and they're from North Carolina. And there was one paid person.
You said, ooh, there might be like 20 people here.
Yeah, no, I was one paid person. So we just like played for each other, and like I think we were pretty depressed, but then we just kind of like started hamming it up, you know, and just like doing like we're like, we get to do band practice in like a killer giant venue with an like awesome sound system, so we're just like gonna go for it.
Yeah, you look at it like a practice with a PA and a great system, you know.
Yeah.
And then, you know, that one person got a hell of a show.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, did you say, have you ever you played Bert's Tiki Lounge in Salt Lake, right?
I don't know if I have.
Oh, okay. I thought you said Bert's, that you couldn't get a show at Bert's. Sorry.
No. I think we usually play at Kilby Court or Urban Lounge, which is like the sister venue to that. But
okay, yeah, those things are always fun, or you know, they're funny. I mean, at the time it might be a bummer, but you got your friends with you, so at least that's something, and you can joke with each other and just laugh about it and say, hey, Here we are, we're paying our dues, man.
Yeah, really puts things into perspective.
I love it. Well, cool. Well, I'm going to play one off my newest record, and it's called the record's called "On With You," and this song is I wanted to write a song in the tradition of Woody Guthrie, like a talking blues song. So this one's called MK Ultra Blues. Well, back in 1953, we were riding high on victory, but the Cold War was getting colder all the time. And there's many ways to fight a war. It gets dirty more and more. The powers that be are thinking outside the lines. Well, the boys down at the CIA were getting curious one day, thinking of ways to get a leg up on the Reds. Through manipulation and experimentation, they thought they could save the nation by taking citizens, messing with their heads. So they rounded up some volunteers, but the volunteers had no idea they were about to be turned into laboratory rats. They were unwitting participants in government experiments, and they wouldn't be the same after that. They got those MK Ultra blues, those MK Ultra blues. I don't know what happens. I guess we'll see when we give these soldiers LSD. Lock them in a room for a spell. Maybe they'll tell no lies. Maybe they'll be hypnotized. Maybe they'll just think that they're in hell. But the thing about mind control, eventually it takes its toll, can often have the opposite effect. People don't like to be misled, especially if it's by the feds. It's the type of thing that could make you lose respect. Well, sometimes subjects came real easy. In the door come old Ken Kesey, ready to see some universal truth. He was flying over the cuckoo's nest, taking the Kool-Aid acid test. I believe he was successful in his pursuit. Don't want those MK Ultra blues, those MK Ultra blues. Some people's minds were blown, other people's minds were shown that there's more to this here life than meets the eye. A peek behind the cosmic veil, visions from beyond the pale, a doorway to a different kind of life. So the drug they couldn't weaponize was a failure in some people's eyes, but was decidedly successful for some. What the CIA could not predict was people trying to get their kicks, taking LSD just for fun. So it's a lesson to the powers that be. Don't be messing with people's reality, making us forget who we are. Psychological manipulation is hard on a population. People can only be pushed so far. Don't want those MK Ultra blues, those MK Ultra blues. Oh, those MK Ultra blues, those MK Ultra blues.
Yay! So what have you been doing? Like, what do you do to... Such a big question. Like, what have you been doing since we haven't been able to like play shows and stuff?
Yeah, it is a big question. But I had a baby in March.
Right. Yeah. That
You know
keeps
this,
you busy.
but you know the couple people watching might not. So that's been taking up a lot of my time. I had a little girl born in March, and so it just happened to coincide with all this craziness. It was really wild, but so that was a ray of sunshine in a crazy world. But she's kind of taken up a lot of our time. But you know, in the spring, we tried to just stay. You know, I've been trying to stay positive throughout this whole thing, which is hard to do. And I go through ebbs and flows of being down in the dumps and being okay, and you know, like everyone. But in the spring, we thought, okay, we'll plant garden. We'll, like we normally would. We'll plant a big garden, and so that was fun, bringing the baby out in the garden and doing that. So that kept us real busy, and yeah, just trying to like go with the flow and stay positive and stay busy. But you know, like I said, it's some days you want to hide under the covers, and some days you want to hide totally under the bed.
Yep.
But you know, as long as you come out from under there, and and it's okay, but it's been good. And I don't know if you've felt this at all, if you've been like writing at all. Like I've been kind of having a little bit of a creative punch in the gut, maybe you'd call it, but an urge to write, not necessarily about the pandemic. I'm not interested in writing about COVID-19 or nothing, but just writing in general, staying creative in general has been a good thing too. I don't know if you feel like that, like in times of great stress, if that's something you turn to. I know you write poetry as well, not just songs, but you literally like write prose and stuff. I wonder if that's something you turn to.
I mean, it is sometimes, but I feel like it took me a while to like get to a mindset where I could do stuff creatively. Like I'm one of those people that has to like process through things before I can make something about it, if that makes sense. So it took me a while, but I think once like July hit, I sort of just had a bunch of like creative energy. So I wrote and recorded some songs. Like I'm gonna put out like an EP in the spring that I recorded over the summer, and then I got into directing music videos, which I kind of did for some of my videos for my album, but then I started directing them for other people, and so that's been fun and challenging because you have to come up with ways to make music videos with just like one or two people around, like you can't like utilize like a lot of places or people. So it's been kind of a weird but fun, challenging thing. But I got a dog in April, so that's kind of like having a baby because he's just the best, and my day revolves around him. Like I go on 3 long walks a day with him, and we are just best friends. So
well, it's that wonderful thing of having something outside of yourself to focus on.
Yeah.
No matter what it is, it could be a house plant. I mean, I don't know. Dogs are the best, by the way. I love dogs so much. Like, but that's a big deal. Getting a dog's a big deal, and then it's something to love and focus on, and to, I don't know. It's just cool, and man, that can make the dark days a lot better. I mean, a puppy dog that can make shit a lot better, man.
Yeah, it does, and he's really cute, so that helps.
Oh man. And awesome about directing videos too. I bet that's fun.
Yeah, it has been fun because I always kind of hated music videos. Like I hated whenever I would like my label would be like, okay, we need a video, and I'd just been like, I don't know, like I don't know. But then all of a sudden, I got really into the idea of it just being like a continuation of the song itself. It's just another level of storytelling. And once that little switch clicked in my brain, then I just like grabbed onto it, and I was like, I can tell a story with a video. I can do this. Yeah. So yeah, it was kind of a cool thing.
Yeah, I love that because it is hard to come up with ideas, and you look at the greats like Talking Heads or comes to mind, or they made it part of their art form. They just, the song, the video, it all goes together, But I filmed a video during all this with my friend Joel. Came down, and just him and I did like a socially distanced, like masked video shoot, and so I couldn't have my band with me or whatever, so I just had mannequins. I just dressed up mannequins, and I thought, I'll make that part of the weirdness of it or whatever. But to your point about like, well, you just work within the parameters you have, and but we had fun, just kind of like having masks on, and then I would take mine off to do the take, and all that shit. But it was cool. You make art within the constraints that there is. I mean, I think of like occupied France in World War II. I mean, there were filmmakers making films. There were French filmmakers making films under the Nazis' noses. Like
that's crazy. Yeah.
Like guerrilla film style. Like I'm continually inspired by stuff like that. So yeah, so making art within the constraints you have, but yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
I'm not as badass as guerrilla filmmakers in
I think you
not
are.
German occupied France, but I do what I can. All right. Let's do a song. Joey, why don't you come around and see me? Got plenty of room now that I live alone. Last time I saw you, you were walking in the middle. Your face was sweaty and your outfit was gone. I don't mind if you spill your wine like you used to. I know it's different, but we'll figure it out. Sometimes I feel like my memories never happened. Could you remind me, take me back for a night? Was it ever real? I don't even feel like that girl anymore. Was it heavenly? I don't even see through those eyes anymore. 100 small deaths, 100 before. I am a revolving door. I am a revolving door. Joey, I'm working at a shop down on Main Street. It pays the bills and keeps my head screwed on tight. But I feel afraid 'cause we were never for staying. So narrow, so straight, and unwilling to fight. Was it ever real? I don't even feel like that girl anymore. Was it heavenly? I don't even see through those eyes anymore. 100 small deaths, 100 before. I am a revolving door. I am a revolving door. So what is time but a thief among men? Just a robber who moves on out of you. Forget the time, it's a watery friend. It moves on and it streams as it wants to. Joey, I need you more than ever before now. You are the gentle, only key to my past. I want to reminisce, remember my springtime. I can rewind, but I need you to play back. Thank
Beautiful.
you.
All right. Well, I think I'm just going to launch right into one.
Man. We've been chatting it up.
I know. You can tell I haven't talked to a lot of my friends that much. I mean, I've been calling people and texting and emailing and stuff, but actually talking to someone's real nice. So I might be making a little bit of a meal out of it. But for the sake of the viewers, I'm going to launch right into one. This song's called Trouble in Your Heart. Did you ever get rid of that trouble in your heart? Did you ever get rid of that trouble in your heart? Did you find a way to make it through the day? Did you ever get rid of that trouble in your heart? No matter what you do, don't let them get the best of you. It's so good to see that you're standing up straight. And I know these last few years ain't been great, but you'll make it through. You always do. It's so good to see that you're standing up straight. No matter what you do, don't let them get the best of you. Did you ever find what you needed from this world? Did you ever find what you needed from this world? You've been through hell, but you're alive. Oh, you're alive and well. Did you ever find what you needed from this world? No matter what you do, don't let them get the best of you. No matter what you do, don't let them get the best of you.
Yay! Okay, I'm gonna launch too.
Launch it, baby.
Stone cold eyes like a rainy curbside. I was gonna be somebody. Bought the dress, brought the booze. I guess I'll try to be life of the party. Yeah. Make the rounds, everyone's still in town. They were gonna be somebody. Wall of pictures and TV dinners tell me all about how it's working out. And we all had this look like, could you give me a break? I'd give you one, how could we ever know it'd be this way? And we all had this look like, could you give me a break? I give you one, how could we ever know it'd be this way? He's in jail, she's out on bail. I'm fitting in, my accent's back again. Watching exes, either spouses, but I came alone. I think it looks glamorous, yeah. And we all had this look like, could you give me a break? I give you one, how could we ever know it'd be this way? And we all had this look like, could you give me a break? I give you one, how could we ever know it'd be this way? And we all had this look like, could you give me a break? I give you one, how could we ever know it'd be this way? And we all had this look like, could you give me a break? I give you one, how could we ever know it'd be this way? So weird. I've never played that one like without a band because I just like, and I really only played it live once because I played one show, like one live show before quarantine, like for my new record in London. I played like one show and it was with a full band. And so there's like a lot of these songs that I've just like never played like alone. So we're just trying things.
It sounds great, all stripped down like that. I mean, I love it with the band as well. I mean, your records always have great production, meaning just like great arrangements, and you have killer players, and it always sounds so good. But I always do enjoy it stripped back as well, and I think that's the sign of a good song. I mean, a good song's a good song. You know, it all stripped down to its bare bones, still a great song. So
that's good to know.
But it's weird playing it. And I know what you mean when you're like, oh, it should have a bass line that goes, it should have a kick and a bass that go like this or whatever. But
there's like saxophones. Yeah, it's weird because like I love recording and like doing like band arrangements whenever I'm making records, but honestly I really like touring by myself better, and so it's such a hard thing. It's like, do I just make a record that sounds like what I do by myself, or do I don't worry about it? So I've just kind of always gone the way of like, I'm just not going to worry about it. I'm going to make records the way I want to make records and then tour the way that I can at the time or want to. So, well, is what it is. I'm sure you've had the same like sort of back and forth.
Oh, for sure. Because the studio is so much fun, because we each know so many talented musicians, and I got buddies that can play anything. And so do you. You know, you have at your fingertips people that can play saxophone and pedal steel and mandolin and fiddle and whatever. So it's fun to get your buddies in on the record, and, you know, for posterity, like this song needs a fiddle or this song needs a saxophone or whatever. And the studio is it's its own thing. Making a record is its own thing. I've decided like that's, and so I try not to worry about the fact that no way am I taking these people on tour.
Yeah. I don't have enough money for that.
I tour by myself, and that's how I like it. And that's just how I like it. The songs that have pedal steel on the record will never have pedal steel on the road ever. And that's okay. You know, I've learned to, you know who it was? Fellow Oklahomans, the Flaming Lips. So Oklahomans, you know, Native Sons, the Flaming Lips, you know, Wayne Coyne said, we stopped worrying about what we could do live as opposed to what the records were or whatever. We do the records and then we go live and do what we can. And of course they're amazing, and
that's funny because
when they play live.
That's hilarious because they do a lot live.
And with a keyboard, you actually can make a symphony with just a keyboard now. So, but it was that sentiment that was like, don't worry about it. The record will be around long after you're dead. Not to be macabre, but make it sound how you want to sound, and so, and then hit the road by yourself because it's cheaper that way.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So but it's funny. It's funny, but it's beautiful. All stripped back like that. It's beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah. So I'm gonna do one here. This is a different tuning I've been experimenting with. I learned the double C tuning on banjo from a guy named Hubby Jenkins, who played in the Carolina Chocolate Drops. And he would play in double C tuning. And so I took it one step farther and went into triple C tuning, where three of my four strings are in C. And I think I invented it. I'm not sure. I think I invented it. Probably not. But this song is in triple C tuning. That's off my new record. And it's called Everything We Need. In April we'll work the soil. In May we'll plant the seeds. And by July, if we're lucky, we'll have everything we need. There's a sparrow on the garden gate. A buzzard flies above. The blackbird sings her song to me, along with the morning dove. The acorn becomes a white oak tree. The tree provides the wood. The lumber becomes a baby's crib, and Mother Nature's good. But baby grows up a little too fast, leaves our happy home, off into the world to seek a life of her own. There's dragonflies in the pasture. There's lightning bugs at night. Another log on the bonfire, and everything's alright. Well, my chickens flew the coop. My horse jumped the corral. My dog ran off and never came back. But I still got my gal. Yes, I still got my gal.
Yay! I just did a quick look at the Facebook page to see like if anybody was watching. But it's actually really nice because people are commenting about all of the different shows that they've seen us play together.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and that
Oh,
makes me really happy that like we're just kind of continuing that on because there's like people that are mentioning. Someone mentioned whenever we played at TT the Bears together, which must have been a long time ago because that club closed like 5 years ago or something. So
yeah. That would have been part of that 2009, our very first tour together in '09.
man, so
Yeah.
crazy.
So, oh, that's great. That's great to hear because, yeah, Samantha and I have done a lot of shows together, and it's always been so good. And so it's cool to hear people comment and stuff, And yeah, that TT the Bears, that in Boston, right? That upstairs
Yeah.
joint,
Yep.
and then because downstairs there was a joint too.
Yep. Well,
Yeah,
right
I
on
didn't
that
know it closed.
corner. Yeah, right on that corner, there was a bunch of venues. There was like TT the Bears, and then Middle East was
The
on
Middle
that
East,
corner.
yeah.
And there was something else on that corner too, but I can't remember what the other
Yeah, the Middle
thing.
East, and then there was an upstairs and downstairs. Gosh, it's hard to remember now,
I
but
know.
but the TT the Bears, I remember that. Yeah, in Boston. Gosh, that's
Yeah.
been 11 years ago. It's crazy.
That's so nuts. I remember that corner specifically because I always dreaded, like, that was the corner we always tried to, like, get into Boston really early to get a parking spot on that street. Because
Right.
if you couldn't park on that street in front of the venue, you had, like, it's all, like, university parking around there. So you would have had to, like, park, like, a mile away, like, in a neighborhood or something. So we always tried to get into Boston super early to get like parking in front of on that corner.
Yeah, I can recall it exactly in my mind as well. And you're right. Boston is a great city. There's so much going on there. But for driving and like logistics of tour, so much of it is driving and parking and shit. And
Yeah.
Boston is hellish for that, man.
Yeah.
But it's a cool town and it's a beautiful place. But logistics of touring and parking and driving, it's a hard ass town, man. It's like playing at the Rock and Roll Motel in DC, and
Oh
you're
yeah.
and you got to park like 3 miles away or whatever.
Although they've made that better because oh yeah, we just played there like a couple of years ago, and they like
Yep,
have
yep.
parking behind the venue now.
Oh,
So
good. Oh, see,
yeah,
that's nice. See, for bands, for musicians, all we want is a spot to put our vehicle, man.
yeah, that's true. It's all we want. Like
I mean,
you could
above and
say
beyond that, some snacks, some a good sound system, a nice sound guy, a good staff, which that place is cool, but a place to park your damn van. that's like the main thing we want.
I would give money off of my payment for the night for a good parking spot.
It's so much of touring, the nuts and bolts, the logistics of parking and whatever. But it's funny. But yeah, Boston, it's a beautiful place too, but it's hard to park. So that corner, I can picture it in my mind,
Yeah.
But it's cool that people are commenting and having good memories about it, because I always say that's what this is good for. I mean, music, art, like what we're doing right now. What is it good for if not for memories, friends, family? Like hopefully these people watching can have a good memory of it. They came to a show and they were with their family or friends or something. So
Yeah.
that's really cool.
Yeah, it's about making connections and like making moments. And like I don't know, I bought Jeff Tweedy's new book. He's got like a new book called How to Write One Song.
Oh, cool.
It's really cool, but like I'm not that far into it or anything, but he said something pretty early into the book that was like human connection, like trying to make human connection is the like loftiest of goals. Like it's like the most important thing that you can strive for. So I feel like that's so much of what like me and you try to do. It's just as much about that as it is like any other part of it. That's like the main thing that it's about, I think.
Yep, I fully agree. And he is a very smart, intuitive man. And I got to read that book because that actually is a great sentiment. Yeah, I like that a lot.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna play an older song because someone requested it. So.
Oh, cool, good.
I mean, it's not that old, I guess, but it is from like 7 years ago, I guess. So. Get me out of this town, get me out of this dream. I've been drinking away all my money. See, I was 17 when I came to this place, in a boyfriend's coal wagon on the 40 interstate. He told me we'd be rich, get on at the GHK company, at the Anadarko Basin's where you wanted to be. We pitched a tent in the park, it's all we could do. Were no rooms anywhere, I hope that job will come through. He said, just one more night, can you give it one more night? He got out of that town when the boom turned to bust. Didn't say where he went, never told any of us. And I almost moved to Dallas with my best friend Kathleen. But I met a guy at the Longhorn, he said he could fix my washing machine. How's tomorrow night? Yeah, tomorrow night. Well, that night turned into 9 months sitting on my ass. I was waiting on a baby, my first and my last. And she's all grown up now, going to college and everything. So she beat her mom out of that town, out of Elk City. I can only do one more night, just one more night. I can only stand one more night, just one more night. I can only do one more night,
Maybe just one more night.
I love that song.
Hey. I don't even know how many songs have we done. I've kind of lost count. We still got some more, right?
I think we each do 2 more.
Okay, I'm good with that.
Yeah, me too. That's such a good song. Thank you to whoever requested that. That was a good one. All right, I'm going to launch into one. This is a true story. Well, I was driving down the road, just minding my own. Johnny Law pulled up from behind. He walked up to my window and said, roll it down and let me see what I can find. Well, I said, no way, what's mine is mine. I'd appreciate it if you'd leave me be. He said, I'll leave you be all right. In a cell all night, I'll lock you up and throw away the key. He slapped them cuffs on my wrist, and my hands clenched into fists. And I wished I could have punched him in the jaw and knocked out old Johnny Law. Oh, Johnny Law, Johnny Law, he's the littlest man I ever saw. With his badge and his gun, he'll hassle everyone. He'll get you on the run, Johnny Law. He took me down to the State House and he hurled that book at me. And being in a cell is like being in hell for a man who longs to be free. I sat there and I wondered just what gave this man the right to leave me to rot here on this rickety cot, just staring at the ceiling all night. And I couldn't help but think of the words of my dear departed Paul. He said, do the best you can to be a good man. Don't you never trust Johnny Law. Oh, Johnny Law, Johnny Law, he's the littlest man I ever saw. With his badge and his gun, he'll hassle everyone. He'll get you on the run, Johnny Law. Well, without any proof, they couldn't keep me there, so they let me out in the morning. And that cop said, son, I don't know what you've done, but just consider this a little warning. I said it must take a lot of nerve to protect and serve, but I wonder what it would be like if you didn't have that badge or that gun or that uniform to hide behind. And although I feel that this whole deal I got was pretty damn raw, my conscience is clean because I'm a human being. You're just Johnny Law. Oh, Johnny Law, Johnny Law, you're the littlest man I ever saw. With your badge and your gun, you hassle everyone. He'll get you on the run, Johnny Law. With your badge and your gun, you just hassle everyone. You'll never get me on the run, Johnny Law.
Yay!
Woo!
Yeah, that's when you would stand and kind of hover over the crowd with your banjo a little bit. Yeah. You know, the classic William Elliott Whitmore move after that song.
Because it's because I wanna connect with people.
That's right.
I wanna get up to people, you know.
Yeah. I totally get it. I thought it was funny. I mean, the people watching this weren't here during sound check, but I liked your impression of like the uncle who hasn't used an iPad before, like this Like, am I doing this right? Like,
Are we doing a Zoom? Are we doing a Zoom? Like, yeah.
which I'm making fun of that, but I'm not much better with technology stuff, so I can't laugh too much.
Yeah, Samantha and I, we were, yeah, like she said, we were joking about how we're both learning. We're both learning at this, as so many musicians are. We're just figuring out this new thing. So we were joking about our ineptitude, but I think we're figuring it out pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, the computer's running, so that's good.
I think mine's still on. I think it's going.
Yeah, I think we're good so far. Okay. I'm gonna do a slow, sad one, which is what a large portion of my songs are anyway, so.
Beautiful.
Somehow between us, the air became so thick we couldn't reach to the other, and insurmountable divider, and my throat thinking hero must have cursed me. Can't say the things I need to. I am just an echo bouncing off your forehead that's tilted down and to the right. You can't even look me in the eye. Ooh. And so we stay this way through Easter as we drive up 35 and dark to go visit my mother at the prison in Topeka. She is asking, what's the matter? As we stare into the vending machines, I can't say the things I need to. I am just an echo bouncing off the glass into a likeness, whatever that is. Someone look me in the eye. Ooh. And then became the summer when my hands appeared so useless. I felt like a little baby, and my pride evaporated like the water in a skillet, and you softened like some butter. We never said the things we need to, but an echo fades eventually, and there's such a likeness. That is what it is. You don't even need to look me in the eye. You don't even need to look me in the eye. You don't even need to look me in the eye. Ooh.
Yeah. Oh, I love that one. Everyone should get Samantha's record, A Small Death. And I'm going to do one more here.
Well, everyone should also get Will's new record, I'm With You. I mean, it's equally important.
See, now that's a friend. I wasn't fishing for that, by the way, but that's a friend right there. No, that, as I like to say, when we're playing shows, that helps us get groceries. You know, you get them records, that helps us get groceries. And Samantha and I, we like to eat a little food every day. You know, if we can.
Sometimes 2 or 3 times a day. I mean.
Okay. That's good. Exactly. So getting them records helps us. So thank you so much to everyone that's tuned in. I really, really mean it from the bottom of my heart. I'm going to do one more, and then Samantha's going to do one to end it out. But thank you to everyone for tuning in. It's just really cool. So thank you. And she's got a record. I've got a record. You know, I know times are tight for everyone, but you know, treat yourself good, be well, stay healthy. And I'm going to end this out for myself, and then Samantha's going to play another one. And thank you for tuning in. I'm going to do a banjo version of Hell or High Water. Smoke 'em if you got 'em, drink your glasses to the bottom, and toast me on another year. Another year of hope, another year of holding on for you drinkers by day who are bastards by dawn. I hope I will see you soon, and I'll be home come hell or high water, and I know I will see you soon. Gather round friends and neighbors who make your living by labor, and share with me this little time that we have left to have a drink and catch our breath. It might just be what saves our lives, and I hope I will see you soon, and I'll be home come hell or high water, and I know I will see you soon. Smoke 'em if you got 'em, drink your glasses to the bottom, and listen to the howling dogs. And oh, how it pleases me to be in such company. I'm so glad that our paths have crossed, and I hope I will see you soon, and I'll be home come hell or high water, and I know I will see you soon. Oh, and I'll be home come hell or high water, I know I will see you soon.
Woo! Yeah! Get in there. Get in that camera. Have we ever talked about how that song was like a total missed opportunity for that? There was like a movie that came out, I think like 4 years ago, called Hell or High Water.
Yeah.
That was like a total missed opportunity. Total missed opportunity for them to put that song in that movie.
Yeah. You know, I think we did talk about that, and I thought, man, I knew that movie was going to come out, and I thought, why didn't they get a hold of me? Come on, that would have been perfect.
Well, it would have, and the movie would have like fit I mean, the movie was actually really good, and it would have like your song would have fit perfectly. Like that music supervisor messed up that time.
Well, I appreciate that compliment. Because isn't it? Was it like Chris Pine? Was Chris Pine in that movie? No,
Yeah, it's
I was
Chris
thinking of
Pine
something
and
different.
no, you're right. It's Chris Pine and Ben Foster, I think.
Yeah.
And I think Jeff Daniels is also in it, I think.
Oh yeah,
If I'm
could be. But I remember thinking, like,
correctly.
come on, get at me. You can use the song.
It would have been a good one.
On it, but I appreciate that. Samantha, thank you so much. I know you're about to play one, and I wish I could talk to you for many more hours.
Well, we need to catch up anyways.
We will see. I will see you down the road.
Oh, for sure. I'm sure we'll do many more shows in not TT the Bears now, but some other random club in Boston together.
I hope so. I hope so. It would make me so happy. Thank you, Samantha. Thank you to everyone that's listening. And all right, bring it out.
And thank you to FITZGERALDS for letting us play on here. And it's
Donnie and the whole crew, they were so patient with us, like setting this whole thing up. So thank you to them.
Soothing our anxieties. All right, I'm gonna try this song that I have called Pastime, which is on the new record, but I've never played it acoustically, so we'll see how it goes. But thank you for tuning in and listening to Will and I. I was happy to be able to do this, and we'll see you on the flip side, whatever that means.
Yep. We'll see you. We'll see you again.
Falling in love was a pastime I practiced since I got. If you're buying into it, let me co-sign. I got the best bet on the block. See, it's just the feeling I was waiting for. I know you're talking, but I shut you out. Blacked out on something out of nowhere, and we're not even worried about it. And it feels like, you were always there. You were always there. I'm looking for you with the circle of a flashlight. Who knew the city could get so dark? We're out at 4 a.m. on a Wednesday. Tomorrow morning's gonna hurt so hard. But it feels like, it feels like you were always there. You were always there. But it feels like, it feels like, it feels like
Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you, everybody.
Bye. Happy holidays.
Yes.